Man, y'all don't even give me the, hey, we're, hit the live button. I hate how YouTube does that. Like every other time you go live, there's a live button. So like you hit the OBS button to start streaming, and then there's also a live button, and then like randomly they just decide, nah, bump that, bro. We not gonna let you hit the live button. We just gonna go ahead and go live with you not even really being prepared yet. So you gotta love it, man. You gotta love it. That guy Smitty in the house. What's up, man? What's up, dog? What's going on? How was your Thanksgiving? I hope it was good. Mine was good. The title of the stream is Back and 5 Pounds Heavier, which is more like a metaphor for how this week is for everyone. Because technically, I really didn't gain no weight because I barely ate, man. It was one of those holidays where I actually, unfortunately, did not get the opportunity to have Thanksgiving dinner with family because one of my kids was sick. And that sick kid had to stay home on Thanksgiving, and I elected to stay with him. So I got a plate brought back, just one plate. And so unlike everyone else that had was on their third plate and ended up feeling a little sluggish for the next 2 or 3 days, I, on the other hand, had one plate, and it was a wrap after that. You said in the doctor's office now for an endoscopy. What is an endoscopy? If you don't mind, telling me what is an endoscopy? I don't know what that is, bro. I hope it's not that invasive. I hope you're not talking about they coming in, they checking out areas that us men don't like to have checked out. That would be unfortunate. But also necessary depending on your age, Smitty. I don't know exactly how old you are, but it might be necessary. You might need to get your endoscopy scoped. Oh man. Today, I really don't even know what the hell to talk about, honestly. He says they put you under and stick a camera down your throat to see if everything is good in your what? Can't they just do an MRI to see how my stomach is? Why you guys stick stuff down your throat? So they're gonna be sticking something. They're gonna be sticking something long and thin down your throat, Smitty. Is that what you're telling me? It's the top end, not the bottom end. That's a colonoscopy. Okay, so instead of getting the colonoscopy, I'm saying these words wrong. You getting the front end. They're putting you to sleep so they can shove something long down your throat so they can take a look at your stomach. Interesting. Let me know how that turns out, bro. I really want to know. Merc says, damn, what did I walk into? Hey, we learning a lot today, man. We're we learning about endoscopy, where they shove something long down your throat to make sure your stomach's good. I mean, this is what we doing, like I said, I thought they could just do an MRI on your stomach and be like, hey, you might want to, lay off the spicy food that's messing up your stomach lining or something. Instead, they shoving stuff down your throat, I am out of pocket on a Monday afternoon, and I'm sorry. What's up, Big Mike? Merc said you did this last year? So Merc, post procedure, how was your throat? Was your throat a little sore? Did you have to kind of worry about what you ate for the rest of the day. You would just, oh yes. It's not funny, but it's I see how it could be necessary, you know, because you gotta make sure your stomach is good, you know, you gotta make sure your health is good. I'm not making light of taking, look, SloMo says take care of your health. Whatever the doctors say you need, we need to go into your butt. You need a colonoscopy. We need to check you out, make sure your colon's good. You don't want to get colon cancer. Like, you don't want any kind of cancers. You don't want stomach cancer, colon cancer, whatever kind of cancer. You know, once you get a certain age, and I'm up there now, I'm 42 now. So I'm up there, like, I probably should start getting them probing me in my every orifice at this point. So, but I haven't done that yet, but I probably should get on that, so that I can make sure that I'm here for my kids. I want to see my kids graduate. I want to see my kids go to college. I want to see them get married and grow up and do all kinds of great things. What's up, Glacian? And I guess I gotta just get probed. You know, I gotta get my butthole violated and my throat violated to make sure I'm here. You know, till my kids grow up and then they can take care of me. You know, instead of me taking care of them. But no, shout out to y'all, man. I'm just having a little fun. Let's discuss some things real quick. Like it's been about a week since the last time I did a lunchtime with SloMo. We had DPS last. Oh no, it may have been longer than that. Now that I think about it, because if I recall correct, we didn't do DPS last Thursday because, of course, last Thursday was Thanksgiving. What's up, Ice Queen? How's it going? Ice Queen in the house? He's like, hey, I knew Bungie was going to delay the final shape until June. Yeah, you know, I saw that. I saw that tweet today, and I looked at it kind of confused because I was like, I thought this was already known information. Maybe they just didn't confirm the leak of it's being delayed till June. Even though all that information was out there and everyone knew it and was discussing it as if it was absolute facts and it was verified, but then now they've actually verified it. That's fine. I mean, it's what we already knew, but it doesn't really change how we feel about Bungie right now. You know, they're not really anyone's favorite developer. Grumpy Shaman says 2 years ago, he did the colonoscopy result. Doctor said if you waited another year, the result would have been bad. Wow. Man, you scaring me, man. Do I need to go do this? I don't need to. You know, maybe I just go. I gotta get my butthole checked out. You know, maybe that's just something I need to get done. You know, soon. I will be 43 years old in January. So, you know, I've never had my colon checked. So maybe it's time to get the old pooper pooper probe. What was that? So like I can't remember the last time I did a lunchtime with SloMo. I can't remember if it was last Monday. What's up, Spider? I can't remember if it was last Monday or if it was the time before, but we didn't do a DPS last week, so there's a lot to talk about. We definitely have discussed some of the things, some of the discourse that's still out there. But you know, let me throw some gameplay up while I'm talking. I forgot to do that. You know, look, I haven't done a stream in forever, and I just forget to just do the typical stuff that I always do. Let's you know, I'm gonna play some Cyberpunk, so maybe I should just roll with that. Yeah, I've been playing around with different builds on Cyberpunk, so let's go with this one. Yeah, there we go. Do you know how to stream still? Apparently not, Mike. You know, apparently not. Grumpy says, how's the Remnant 2 DLC? So me and Luca and Forte completed the Remnant 2 DLC like the second day it was out, the second or third day it was out, and we completed on Luca's playthrough. We still have to do it on Forte's and mine. We just haven't got back to it because we're all really busy, and then there was the holiday and everyone was doing stuff with family and all that. So we'll probably get back to it this week at some point. But I mean, it's a pretty good DLC. It's not very long. Essentially what it is, if you play Remnant 2, you got like these different like worlds that you travel to. Like it's like a multiverse, and you go to this new one that they have in the DLC, and it seems like to be a mix asset wise of some of the other worlds, with like this dude called the Abandoned King, and he's like this big huge dude on the throne, and he be talking mad smack, man. Like dude, like matter of fact, I might have the gameplay for that, because that dude had he like, we was gonna let him live, we was gonna let him rock, but he was real grimy with the stuff he was saying, and we were just kind of like, nah, fam, you gotta die. You gotta die for talking to us like that. Like, who you think you are? See, look how ugly he is. This dude is huge on this huge throne with this big old like triangle head, and he's talking all kinds of smack. He's like, you filthy insects. What you doing in my realm? He done got everybody killed. I don't know what he's ruling over. He's ruling over dead bodies and rats. That's it. And people outside just muttering to themselves, killing each other, and don't even remember what they did. Is wild. And he was real, talkative of the mouth, wanting us to go kill some other person that we was cool with, and we was just like, nah, fam, we gonna kill you instead, cause you disrespectful. You need to be humble. And so that's what we did. No, so yeah, I'll let that rock. It's probably not really, because I wasn't the one directly talking to him. But yeah, anyway. So let's discuss some things. I see. I want to talk about a couple of things. First thing I want to talk about is, so Jeff Keighley. Jeff Keighley of the Video Game Awards. Jeff Keighley did a AMA, which is Ask Me Anything if you never heard of that before, on Twitch. And in his AMA, he answered some questions. And I found it fascinating, because it seems like Jeff Keighley absolutely listens to these podcasts, because some of the questions that he was answering, some of the things that he was saying were definitely things that we've discussed on recent podcasts recently. Like we've discussed it on DPS. We've discussed some of these things on BRAP. And I'm like, yo, this dude's definitely listening to podcasts, because he's hearing the narratives that people are saying. And I'll speak on one thing that I want to speak on directly right now, because I got some smoke for Jeff. I got a little smoke for Jeff, because I do not like how he seems to be really loosey-goosey with his categories and the nominations in categories. All right, Sabidi, peace out, bro. I'll see you later, man. Enjoy your throat being violated. Enjoy that, sir. So Jeff is talking about how they might be adding some new categories, not this year, but next year. One of them might be like best remake. Another one may be best supporting actor, but it seems like, based upon his comments, that might not be the case. He also said that we won't see the whole title card world premiere. Like, we won't see that anymore, even though the content is still pretty much the same. Like, you're still going to see new trailers for new games, and I guess he just didn't want like the new stuff that has never been seen before to overshadow the stuff of games where they've already been announced, but they are just showing like maybe like, for example, what if Hellblade 2 is there and they finally show combat, which is what we want to see from Hellblade 2. Like, don't show Hellblade 2 again until you show some damn combat. Sorry. And what if that's there? Like, they don't want Hellblade 2 combat to be overshadowed by like a brand new game that hasn't been seen before. That kind of thing. But what I really wanted to kind of discuss was these nominations. Now, Jeff always seems to avoid any smoke whatsoever when it comes to who gets nominated, because he's got 120 media outlets, or I don't know how many he's had in the past, but he's got all these media outlets and they do the actual voting, which is fine. He doesn't vote for this stuff himself. That said, I have questions on how the process is done. Like, how exactly are these 120 media outlets getting to the games that go into each category? Is it literally like a write-in process? It's like, hey, here's best action game, and 120 outlets just put what I think the best action game was that year. They literally write it in, and then he just takes all the votes, and the top 6 votes are in. Or is it like he's actually telling them, hey, look, just so you know, in case you somehow don't understand what an action game is, some of these walking sims don't qualify. Or Forza Motorsport doesn't qualify as an action game. It's a racer. So don't nominate that. Like, here are your choices. Like, how does he do this? And so I wonder if, like, exactly how that process is done, because how we get to Cyberpunk being nominated for best ongoing game when even Jeff Keighley admits this category is a live service category. So I'm going to actually quote what he said. And he says here in his Twitch stream, nothing new this year. I've seen people online saying why don't you have a best DLC category, which is kind of like the ongoing game category. Wrong, that's not the same thing, because there are plenty of ongoing games that don't do DLC. For example, Fortnite is an ongoing game. They have seasons and they have battle passes, but they don't do DLC the way, say, Destiny does DLC. Like, they have their DLC is, if you want to call it that, is skins. It's just, hey, look, I think they're putting an M&M in Fortnite in a week or two or something. That is new content in addition to a change to the map, or a completely new map in the Battle Royale, in addition to a new Battle Pass. That's content for them. They do it every 3 months. Destiny will give you a whole new expansion with new weapons and new abilities, that kind of thing. Like, they're different. And because they're different, they should be in different categories. So what he said there wasn't quite accurate. But then it's the part that really gets me. He's like, typically that's been live service games, and he admits, typically, that category has been nothing but live service games. But this year, Cyberpunk 2077 is nominated. And when people ask why it's nominated, well, because they improved the base game in a big way with version 2.0 and Phantom Liberty. So that's sort of in that category. Jeff, no, it's not. Just say we wanted to give Cyberpunk its props because we really enjoy Phantom Liberty. We needed to shoehorn it in somewhere, because you're contradicting yourself. Your first part of your statement is saying this is a live service game category. Cyberpunk is not a live service game. Why is it in this category? Because it had a version 2.0 update. Plenty of single player games have really good updates, but we don't see them in categories that they don't deserve to be in. Yes, Phantom Liberty is awesome. I've been playing the heck out of it for the past week, over a week. but that doesn't mean it deserves to be there. You know, there's a game that I really enjoyed this year. I keep talking the game up because it's so underrated. It's called Showgunners. It's like an XCOM kind of game. And I love Showgunners. And the Showgunners got no love from anybody because I think nobody has played it but me and maybe a few people. That said, I feel like if Jeff loved Showgunners, he would find some way to shoehorn it into categories he don't deserve to be in. I got a problem with that. Like, what? Yes, you are not nominating these games because you got a panel of 120 media outlets. But how are they getting to choose what they choose to go in there? You should not have games that don't qualify for a category available for them to vote for in a category. Eli says, I'm late, but in just defense, No Man's Sky has been nominated several times and it's not live service, and I've never seen it brought up. Isn't No Man's Sky multiplayer now? Like, I tried No Man's Sky and it wasn't for me, and I quit it as soon as I got off the first playing it. So I'm speaking out of a ton of ignorance here. I don't really know. But doesn't No Man's Sky have multiplayer? Does it have seasonal content? Okay, Ask Queen says yes. Okay, so this is what I'll say. I will grant that it doesn't have to be a live service game. But does Hello Games deliver annual content for No Man's Sky? Because if they deliver annual content for No Man's Sky, I could understand allowing No Man's Sky in, but Cyberpunk still wouldn't qualify for that because having updates to fix your game does not qualify you as content. That's fixing an unfinished game that you released in 2020. So up until last year, 2022, everything they did was what should have been done before we even got a chance to play it. So all of that, and it's not even content, it's just fixing broken stuff. None of that stuff was content. The only content they delivered for this game is Phantom Liberty. And this is 3 years after the game came out. You can't say this is best ongoing game and it took you 3 years to deliver any new content. We're in a category where you're competing against, at the bare minimum, games that are releasing content on an annual basis or on a seasonal 3-month period. It's just, it doesn't qualify. Neela says, No Man's Sky has been getting updates. Regular cadence is closer to live service than Cyberpunk. Hell, Path of Exile should have been there over Cyberpunk. That game is huge for ARPG fans, but media doesn't play ARPGs. True. That entire genre is ignored outside of Diablo. Enrique in the house. He says, ongoing game winner, let's go. Enrique is trolling. What's good? How you doing, Enrique? How you doing, man? So I just I just don't think the game deserves to be there, and I'm gonna keep saying that until something happens. Give me a second. I'm switching my gameplay back to which one do I want? What was the one I had? There it is. Back to Cyberpunk. Yeah, so there's that. Now, He's talking about having the other thing he said was the other thing people always ask is why don't we have a best remake or remaster category? Now, I don't think remasters should ever be nominated for anything in an awards show. A remaster is literally just touching up the visuals of a game that came out. A remake, on the other hand, is actually making changes to improve the game to varying degrees. Dead Space made changes to make the game better compared to what it was when it first came out. Dead Space remake earlier this year, really, really good. Resident Evil 4 changes how you control, Leon and the combat and stuff. So, like, there were changes there. It's not exactly the same game. That said, they should have their own category for this. But he does say, we've talked about it. I think the question is, are there 5 amazing remakes every year? That's actually a very good question because no, there are not 5 amazing remakes every year. There's probably 2. I mean, this year, think about all the amazing games that came out this year. How many of them were good remakes? We got Resident Evil 4. We got Dead Space. What other remakes came out this year? They were remakes, not remasters. Remakes. Like, I can't think of any other ones that were like, yeah, that's it, man. That's it. I can't think of anything else. So there probably is 1 or 2 out there. But in a year like this year, where you had so many great games coming out. It was like every other week there was like another great game was dropping. When you only got like 2 or 3 really good out of those remakes, is that enough for a category? You're probably not. You're probably not going to get enough games every year to make that a category. That said, I don't think just because you can't get enough great games to go into a category, that means that now you should be nominating Resident Evil 4 for Game of the Year in 2023 over games like Street Fighter 6, over Sea of Stars, over, in my opinion, Remnant 2, Hogwarts Legacy. I mean, like, I don't think it even though it's a high quality remake, it's still a remake. And I'm fine with remakes being nominated in down years when you really just kind of trying to fill out. You need at least 5 or 6 here, and you're just trying to find some games that are deserving because they're really of high quality. But I think originality should overcome that, so to speak. Brian says, "Hey SloMo, is it time to get PlayStation tax trending yet?" No, Brian. They ain't no. There's no PlayStation tax. There is no Xbox tax. There is no Nintendo tax. There isn't an AMD tax. There isn't an Nvidia tax. There isn't a Valve tax. There is a Razer tax because Razer products are trash. They're absolute garbage. Software, hardware, everything about Razer stinks. The logo smells like booty juice. It's awful. It's trash. There is a tax for Razer. Until they get better, everything they make should be considered a not buy until they actually start making some good products. And not stuff that when you install it on your PC, it's taking up like 40% of your CPU usage just to turn some lights on. It's garbage. Razer can eat I don't like Razer, clearly. But I'm saying there's no tax, man. I don't think there's a tax. I've said this before. Sure, and people gave me crap on the last DPS because I was making fun. I know we all know there's no cabal, there's no like guy just like, hey guys, let's meet, in the dark of night. And then, there's like, we're all, it's in a dark room so that no one can see our faces. And we're just like, we're using face changes so no one knows our voices. And we're keeping all of our phones in a lead box outside the room so that there's no recording, and then we're like planning how we're going to plan the downfall of Xbox, and we're going to tax them more so that they're always worse than Nintendo and Sony. Like, they're like, that ain't real. You know, that was me making a joke, and then people got mad at my joke, and then I spent a good portion of my Friday morning that morning defending my points. But I don't think there is and I just realized I'm not even in the Discord. Lord, I mean, have I done this before? Have I ever streamed before? I mean, what am I doing? I'm sorry. Okay, I that fixed. So this is why there isn't an Xbox tax. People in games media are not perfect, as we know. They have their biases. They have their preferences, and we see it all the time. But everything that I'm seeing from the people who think there's a tax, it's like a moving target. Like, I need somebody to break down and define for me what the definition of Xbox tax actually is. Because it seems like it's like what someone believes it is in the moment. Or it seems like it's what is convenient to say at this period of time. Oh, that's the tax. And it's like, a dude doing a clickbait article is not a tax. That's a dude taking advantage of your passion. I'm gonna call it passion for a particular brand. That is someone saying, I need traffic. I need to write an article. I gotta write 2-3 articles a week. And we've seen where, I don't know if you guys know this or not. I've seen where people have brought up how these writers, kind of contractors for some of these websites, these gaming websites, they don't pay a lot. And in order to make ends meet, like if you're only getting like $25 per article, you gotta write a lot of garbage. So you gotta take like tweets that are completely out of context and just be like, hey, is this true? You know, you gotta make stuff up, right? In order to, what's up, Cat? In order to get your numbers up. You need to throw a lot of content out there. I've seen Jez Corden with Windows Central mention this, I think, at a time before. And it's the way the industry works. What's up, Brian? Brian East in the house. And if you really want to stick around, if you want to really move up or whatever, right? You're definitely going to be trying your best to get as much traffic to your articles or your reports as much as possible. And so, of course, they're going to use fanboys in that. They're going to use a fanboy who gets upset. And this happens all the time. What's up, Muck? Muck 45 in the house. This happens all the time. Like, I'll use probably one of the most popular ones that everyone keeps bringing up and saying that's Xbox tax. Starfield's player count has dropped. Starfield's now a mixed in Steam reviews. Okay. How is that news? It's been like that for a few weeks now. How is that actual news bringing that? Oh, that's the tax. What is it taxing? What's being taxed? What actually tangible thing is being hurt by that? Oh, an article that says You know, I've already forgot about Starfield. How can you forget about something that you're writing about? Clearly you didn't forget about it. This is clickbait. It's bad clickbait. It's not even good clickbait. It's easy to tell. This is clickbait. Look at it. It's clickbait. They got you. And you share that around and you're like, I can't believe they doing this. Look what they said. And then you share it and then people go click on and go, oh my God. And meanwhile, the clicks are, the views are racking up. The attention is getting to it. And mission accomplished. They got you riled up. And whether you know it or not, you're helping create more of that kind of clickbait content. It's the game. It is what it is. Now, if you want to talk about reviews, if you want to talk about reviews, I have seen plenty of Xbox guys proudly talking about how Metacritic and the average score of Metacritic Xbox first-party games or second-party games, however you want to call it, compared to PlayStation, are only within 2% of each other since this new generation started. So, was that a tax? Is it a tax on PlayStation? Are they both being taxed? I've seen guys say that the tax is applied to Game of the Year and to the Video Game Awards while ignoring that like Xbox like produced or published games got like 9 or 10 or so nominations total in the Video Game Awards. I can understand if they got completely shut out. Like nothing. Not even for racing / sports, Forza Motorsport, not even there. Starfield, nowhere to be found. Hi-Fi Rush, quality game, nowhere to be found. There is absolutely a Washington Commanders tax, Gregor. There is a Washington Commanders tax, I'm telling you. Every game, the referees screw something up that's obvious, like obvious pass interference. And the commentators are like, oh, that was just great defense. What? The dude basically molested the guy. And they're just like, oh, like the fact that he had his hand up his jersey, it means nothing. That's just great defense, man. Great defense, great coverage. Like, come on now. That's the real tax. Y'all want to talk about tax. But no, like there's two things that I need to say. And I saw how the views went from like 20 some people here to like 13 now. So I've already pissed off a lot of people. Fine. Right. I understand that. But for those who are still here willing to listen, I'm going to say this is my overall point. You can't take anything that you feel is negative about Xbox and say that's not real. That's fake. That's not a real opinion. Based on what? And I know there have been one-offs where like an actual reviewer said, I docked the Hi-Fi Rush a little because Xbox hadn't come out with stuff before. That reviewer is a dickhead idiot. And you shouldn't listen to that reviewer. But that's also just one reviewer. Yes, we have one-offs like I don't know what Jim Sterling's new name is, Stephanie Sterling, giving it a 4 because Sterling doesn't like Bethesda Game Studios and thinks they're transphobic. I don't think Sterling should have any say in Metacritic, period. But also, Sterling is a nut job that doesn't have a specific issue with Xbox. Sterling has an issue with the entire industry. So it's just like we can't, like, even when I've talked to people and they're like, oh, this Xbox game should have been in this category instead of this other game. And I brought up a number of third-party games that also could have been deserving in that category. Why do you think the only snubs are Xbox snubs? That's not the reality of things. And also, you have to respect other people's opinions. Not everyone thinks that Starfield is a game of the generation. I'm raising my hand right now. You can't see me. I'm one of them. It's not a game of the generation. It's got its issues. It's a good game. But it also has some outdated game design. It also has some issues. You have to acknowledge, especially when people give you full-on detailed opinions on exactly how you feel. You have to respect their opinion. Gregor says he can see me. All right, can you see this, Gregor? What did I just do? Brian says Destin found out, Hogwarts found out. Look, if anybody deserves to be upset, it's Portkey Games and WB Games with Hogwarts Legacy. Got 0 nominations for the highest selling game of the year, high quality game. Oh, that definitely was not what I was doing, Gregor. I was giving you the 2-finger salute, sir. Woo. How's that saying go? I don't know. The 2-finger salute sounds kind of nasty. Just ignore that. I gave you the finger. That's what I did. We gotta roll some of the fanboyism back. Because I think a lot of the people that believe in Xbox tax have already started from a place of everything's unfair. Everything about Xbox is unfair. We are behind the gun. And that's fine when you work for Xbox. When you work for Xbox and you have that mentality, we gotta be above and beyond because everyone's against us. You know what? I don't want to bring it to real world philosophy, but like that can be applied to minorities. That can be applied to people who get actual real, and it's been verified. There's evidence of prejudice, of systemic racism and all kinds of other stuff like that. That can be applied there. There is no actual evidence. You want to talk about cabals? Yes. In real life, there are groups that get together and say, we ain't going to allow these group of people to do anything around here. We're going to protect what we got. We're going to make sure they not here to do nothing. That's real. But we all acknowledge that kind of cabal don't exist in games media. It just doesn't. Do I think Jeff Keighley's got preferences? Hell yeah. The dude probably got a Kojima tramp stamp hidden under his shirt and we don't even know it. He clearly won't say the word Hogwarts at all. There absolutely is. He's got preferences, but again, we can't say, oh, he just hates Xbox, because Starfield, a good game, not a great game, a good game, didn't get nominated for Game of the Year in one of the most biggest high quality years in gaming in recent memory. Like, come on. It's just not, that's just not reality. It's not reality. Anyway, what else we got to talk about? PlayStation has announced, or formally announced a publishing deal with Shift Up, and Shift Up is the publisher. I'm sorry, the developer of Stellar Blade, aka Stella Yams, as we like to call it. And more than likely, I think that game's probably coming out sometime next year. Now, so what this means is because they don't own Shift Up. This is more of, say, like, remember Kena Bridge of Spirits and the developer of Kena that evades my memory at the moment. Like that's a second party game. It came out only on PlayStation and PC. And Stella Yams is only coming out on PlayStation and PC. Now, when I first did a video on this game years ago, it was a multi-plat. It was a multi-platform game. It was going to be on Xbox. It was going to be on PC. It was going to be on PlayStation. Of course, it wouldn't be on Switch. How could it, right? At some point, PlayStation looked at it. And I also did another video, by the way. Let me say this again. I also did another video saying Xbox Xbox wants to be in the Eastern Hemisphere, but they focus way too much on Japan. They should have been going to Korea and being like, let's get in good with Korean developers and publishers, because this is an untapped market that we can really get into. Korea has a huge PC community, a ton of PC gamers. Smilegate, which is like a 1,000 staffed publishing and developing team of studios, has like, Crossfire, which Crossfire X was garbage, but like a Crossfire game, which is basically the Korean version of CSGO. They make a bunch of different games. You got Pearl Abyss, you got Shift Up here, smaller developers, but you got Nexon that's making the first Ascendant. You've got all these developers and publishers that are worth billions, not millions, billions, making good money over there, making really, very, very flashy, beautiful looking games, and untapped. And instead, they let PlayStation beat them to the punch. You got Stella Yams out here, PlayStation like, hey, Shift Up, you need money to help complete your game? We got you. How could Xbox could have been them? And I kept saying it, like, yo, like, you missing out. And instead of getting Stella Yams, you got Crossfire X. You're not gonna get Crimson Desert. You're not gonna, like, what are you doing? So yeah, anyway, PlayStation is moving in that direction. And I do like what I see from the game. That's it. I need some of y'all to temper y'all enthusiasm out here. I understand, like, Big Mike. I understand why Big Mike likes Stellar Blade. We all know why Big Mike likes Stellar Blade. What he does when he plays that game, we don't want to see it, right? Now, for the rest of us that want to play a good game, what has Shift Up done? Let's keep it a buck. If y'all don't know about Shift Up, because like when I did a video on this game, like as I always do, I haven't done a video like this in a long time, but when I do my promising games coming soon kind of playlist, look to the playlist, you'll see. I go into detail and research the studio too, because I want to know about the studio to kind of know how the game may turn out. Shift Up has only made mobile thirst traps. You know what I'm talking about when you're scrolling through Twitter and you scroll past one of those ads and it's a game that you ain't never heard of. What's up, Trevor Birdsong in the house? You scroll past a game, that's a game you ain't never heard of before, and all you see is a woman with a gun in her hand and her titties take up 46% of the screen. That's the kind of games that Shift Up has made. I've seen gameplay of their games. Y'all don't like that stuff, okay? Like, I'm telling y'all, like, don't cap. You do not like that kind of game. You've never liked that kind of game. Now, what they're trying to do here, it's a step up. It's a level up, potential level up. I'm not saying the game's not going to be good. I'm just saying you have to temper your enthusiasm with a studio who has never actually proven that they can do this yet. And sometimes it works out. Portkey Games with Hogwarts Legacy have made nothing but like Disney princess, Barbie Playhouse kind of stuff, whatever, before Hogwarts Legacy. They killed it. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes it doesn't. So until they prove themselves, we gotta kind of like go into it not thinking, hey, this is a banger. It's a banger, man. PlayStation got them bangers for 2024. I mean, look, you got Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You got Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Both of those, well, one of those is going to be on PC. I don't know if Stella Yams is a certified banger. It ain't certified. It might be a banger, but it's not certified. So we got pump the brakes on that just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. All right. At this point, I really don't know what else to say. So what we going to do? Oh, well, there's one more thing. One more thing I want to say. Leaks are showing that Gearbox is working on Borderlands 4, Tiny Tina's Wonderland 2, and a new Brothers in Arms game. I do not care about Brothers in Arms. And Tiny Tina Wonderland sucked. Like it was bad. And Borderlands 4 was disappointing. Like gameplay wise, it was good. Gunplay was probably the best in the series. The skill trees weren't as good as Borderlands 2 skill trees. Weren't even as good as the pre-sequel skill trees. And the story stunk. The story's really bad. And new Tales of the Borderlands story sucks too. I do not think Gearbox knows how to write anymore. I think all their good writers left and they were all ran out by Randy Pitchford's weirdo behind. And I do not think they got any... I'm not going to say any. I think when your studio is ran by a nut job, it's hard to get quality talent that knows the reputation of your studio to come and work there. And I think that quality people who are already veterans in the industry don't even consider Gearbox to be a destination they will ever really want to work. You're going to have to rely on new talent that wants a chance, an opportunity to build their resume, and that's not a guarantee. That's not that you're going to get some people who are worth it. That they actually live up to the potential, and you're going to get some people, and that ain't it. It's not them, and so. Yeah, I'm on a big wait and see with Borderlands because I just don't think that they have they've got 3 duds. Well, they have Borderlands 3 is not a dud. It sold well, despite what Randy Pitchford would like to tell his developers, so that he didn't have to give them bonuses. It sold well. It was just not as good as the previous game. But New Tales of the Borderlands, critical and commercial failure. Tiny Tina Wonderlands, I don't know. They say that was a commercial success, but critically, don't nobody like that game. Like nobody likes that game. So, yeah. What else we got? Oh, hold on a second. Hold on. I know that's not who I see. Is that the legendary Yobi in the house? Says, been a minute, always speaking the truth and nothing but the truth. What up, my guy? What is up, Yobi? It is so good to see you, sir. That just made my day. My day made, because Yobi's here. I'm so glad to see you. Glad you're doing good. Glad to see you back hanging out with the community, man. It's good. It's good to see. And genuinely glad to see you, bro. Yeah. I was about to say something, and oh yeah, look, y'all got any questions for me? I'm gonna do my own AMA. You know, forget Jeff Keighley. Here's the SloMo AMA. What questions you got for me? You hit me with your questions. I'm gonna go ahead and answer them. Let's do this. Gregor says the support post DLCs in 3 were ass. Yes, they were. They were not good. And that's a major change, because in Borderlands 1 had the General Knox DLC, which is excellent. Borderlands 2 had the Tiny Tina DLC, which was like probably one of the best DLC expansions ever created in a video game. And all the other ones, like the other 3 that came before it, were very good too. And then you got like Borderlands 3, which is just straight garbage across the board when it comes to the DLCs. It's just, yeah, you know, I don't think Gearbox got it no more. Gregor says, SloMo, I don't want to bring you back down to earth. I know you're here, Gregor. I know you're here. But what? I'm kidding. Shout out to Gregor for being here. Shout out to Gregor. He always says he tried to play 1 and 2 of Borderlands, couldn't get into them. Yeah, you know, look, it's not going to be for everybody, and especially the humor. The brand of humor of Borderlands is that it's very toilet bowl, really, like, even the people who find it humorous know it's like dark humor that shouldn't be funny, but you find it funny anyway, that kind of thing. And it's like, they used to be good at it back when they had Ashley Birch's brother, I think his name's Adam, Anthony Birch, as the lead writer for Borderlands, but he works for Sony Santa Monica now. He worked on God of War Ragnarok, and he ain't at Gearbox no more. And so you can tell that their writing sucks now, and they don't have good writers. And now they don't need to you know, get on their knees and beg Anthony Birch to come back. They just gotta find good writers that can know how to like really hit the tone of what Borderlands is about, and write the game well, and they just don't have that. Ramon says, okay, well, hold on, let me get to... Gregor says, SloMo, my question is, did you watch Bland make history live on Thanksgiving, or did you already turn the game off? Okay, you know... this is how we being. Okay, yes, I did watch it. I did not turn the game off. I am a fan that is used to the punishment that the commanders deliver, and I am used to watching them get destroyed and just sitting there with a blank expression and waiting for the pain to end. So yes, I watched the full game, and I just think it's hilarious that they now decide to fire Jack Del Rio, who has all that talent on defense, and then for somehow they're the worst defense in the entire league. His play calling is atrocious. Like, I'm literally looking at every 3rd and long, and I'm like, they're going to convert that because you got the entire defense like 30 yards back. You're an idiot. So, you know, he should have been fired and retired. Anyway. Ramon says, can we start a Dreams Dashes support group? Dragon Age, KOTOR, Mass Effect, and I'll head it with Legacy of Kain. Ramon, once again, you're the only person that's asking for a Legacy of Kain. But I agree with that. Overall, like, yeah, Dragon Age Dreadwolf is not looking good, and I would love to be wrong. I mean, I would love to be wrong. I don't think I am. I think that game's not going to live up to expectations, and I shudder to think what EA is going to do to BioWare after that, because that would be technically strike number 3. 1 and 2 was Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem. And, you know, EA has been, to their credit, really patient with BioWare, even though they were part of the reason why BioWare really has kind of sucked with some of their micromanaging and overbearance with them in their game design. But the damage has been done. A lot of the core talent that made BioWare what they were is no longer there anymore. They're kind of like what I mentioned with Gearbox, where you're going to have to restock the talent that you lost with new talent that could potentially be really good or could potentially be really bad. But I think something that we're going to probably have to come to terms with when it comes to Dragon Age Dreadwolf, the new Mass Effect that's like not even close to be coming out, is that these games may be very different from the kind of games that we expected from them and what we want from them. Even though they do have some veterans that's still there, like Mike Gamble is even though he's never been a director before, he's just a longtime veteran dev there. He is now running Mass Effect. You know, he may have some different designs on where to go with it. And some of us, like myself, just wish the game, just give me another chapter to the story, but give me the game design that you had before. And I think Larian Studios with Baldur's Gate 3 really proved that you can do what people would consider to be an outdated game design and still make it work. Like, that's fine. Like, it's give people what they want and not what you want. I guess there's a line with that, and I kind of wish like I could talk to, like, you know, Agent Deli about this right now. Maybe I'll ask him later and see what he says. But like, where's the line between because this stuff is art. Video games are art, right? Where's the line between giving the it's like, okay, it's art, and so you want the artist, these hundreds of developers, to give us their creative freedom of what they really believe in and what they truly enjoyed what they were making. Yet at the same time, you gotta sell something. Like, you can't just have some, like Everwild, for example, and I don't want to pick on Rare, but what the hell was they thinking? Like, what you released 2 trailers of a game, you don't even know where it is, and you'll have some people like, well, you know, it's their creative freedom, and yeah, I get that, but you also gotta think, who's gonna play this? Like what who wants to play this game? You got to have something to sell. And so there's got to be this balancing act between you're doing something that's new and creative, and you're also doing something that people are going to actually want to buy. And so, long-winded as I'm being right now, I think that's where BioWare needs to figure it out. What we got here is this is unfortunately with Embracer owning the IP now and in financial turmoil, doubt it's ever going to happen. We're talking about Legacy of Kain. Yeah, I mean, look, Embracer is going to do more restructuring, which would be more selling of IP, more selling of studios and downsizing and laying people off. But more than likely, I think they're going to lay off. They're going to lay off. I'm not lay off. They're going to sell Gearbox, I think, because they bought and they're going to have to sell it for a loss because they bought Gearbox for like 1.3 billion, and I think that was they overpaid because the studio isn't going to make as high quality of Borderlands games as they used to. And they're going to have to sell that for less than that. Maybe 2K will buy that. They're going to have to sell, as I've been saying for years, they're going to end up selling those studios they got from Square Enix, Eidos Montreal, and what was the other one? Crystal Dynamics. They're going to end up selling them to Xbox. I think they acquired them to kind of, flip them, like flip those studios and sell them to Xbox once the ABK deal was done for a premium. But I don't think they anticipated they'd be in the kind of turmoil that they're in right now. Xbox has got all the leverage. You're like they don't need to buy Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal right now. But Embracer needs to unload some of these assets and deal with some of the debt that they have going on right now. And I think that they're going to end up having to basically either sell those studios for about as much as they paid for them and plus the IPs, or maybe not as much as they would have liked to, if that makes sense. All right, no more questions? Are we good? Y'all just talking about Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain now. I mean, y'all got some questions. Y'all got no questions for me? None? No one's got anything? If not, I'm gonna go to, what's this, about 220? I could go play some Cyberpunk real quick. Yobi's got one. Let's go, Yobi. What you got, bro? Y'all, if y'all looking at my gameplay, this is my Edge Runner build. I'm using the Sandevistan that David Gonzalez in the Cyberpunk Edge Runners anime uses, and I'm using what's the girl's name? His love interest. I forgot her name, but she uses the mono wire, and I'm using like a combination of both. I call it my Edge Runner build, and I was careless in my fight against this boss, and I had to get some get back. And I definitely got some get back. You'll see that. Yobi says, for 2024, what do you feel needs to change in the game industry? And also, what changes do you personally want to see amongst the industry or content? That's a great question, Yobi. Oh man, that is a really, okay, so the first part, what do you feel needs to change in the game industry? I think how these publishers treat their developers need to change. I think the industry is in a place now where they are treating developers that do a lot of hard work in a way that isn't close to how these developers would be treated in the tech world. And I'm in the tech world, and I know not everything in regards to what entails to making games is about tech, but a lot of it is. And yeah, there's some cases of layoffs and stuff like that in the tech world, but it's not as bad as you see it in the game industry. And I think how they treat these developers needs to change, because I think we're reaching a point where you're getting more veteran developers leaving the industry than you're replacing with equal talent. Like, as I talked about before, with like BioWare and with Gearbox, they've had to replace veteran developers that moved on due to practices that were being had at Gearbox and due to practices that were being made at BioWare with EA. And they moved on and started making their own studios. And more power to them. But for Gearbox itself, they're now having to replace those people with people who don't have the same skill set. And I know someone who applied at BioWare because they wanted to work on Dragon Age Dreadwolf. And for the level of developer they are, they were being offered way less on a salary basis than what that position entail. And then only to find out that same within a few weeks after they turned the position down, they laid off all these people. And some of the positions that they laid off were positions that would have been like that person's role. And the people they laid off had been there for over 20 years. So what does that say? That says that BioWare was trying to replace veteran talent that had high salaries with newer talent for people that they thought they could get in for cheaper. Yeah, you might potentially get someone and have the same level of quality for cheaper, but more than likely, that's not always the case. So I think if things continue to go the way they're going, we're going to see games take far longer to come out than they already do. We're going to see games which have been delayed multiple times and missed deadlines come out and they're still unfinished, or they still lack the level of quality that we thought we were going to get. And it's just going to end up being for us gamers, just us not getting what we want out of gaming. Now the second part is what changes do you personally want to see amongst the industry of content creators? This is a pipe dream. I'm gonna go the content creator route here. The industry is not going to change. The industry is what it is. They clickbait. They have their preferences and whatnot. It is what it is. But the content creators, I would love to see content creators stop pretending like they're no different than games media. Y'all clickbait in the titles of y'all videos. Y'all clickbait. Y'all take the same stuff. I can't believe this happened to this, but whatever, insert topic. I can't believe this happened. Let me go make a live stream about it. Let me go make and I'm doing it right now too, partially. So they make a live stream about it. They make an uploaded video about it. They go do their podcast to talk about it. And then whenever there's a new development, they go do another live stream about it. They go through the whole process all over again. And really it's monetizing the same things that you claiming that other games media is doing. But you're doing the same thing. You're capitalizing it off of it too. I would love to see, and here's something else. I saw a video earlier today, and I was talking to Luca about this because I just had to shake my head about how easy it is to do bottom of the barrel content and to be successful. And I'm not talking about, I know immediately some of y'all gonna think about some content creators in this community. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about a video I saw of a guy who makes $20,000 a month on TikTok. I will repeat, he makes $20,000 a month on TikTok. And this dude showed his process of how he's doing that. He's stealing content from YouTube. He showed people how he uses just off his phone to take clips of YouTube videos, screen record it, crop it, and then take two different YouTube videos, make them seem like they're similar, put them together, and just upload it to one of his mini TikTok channels. And just watch the views rack up. $20K a month. He's stealing content. He made a video that he said earned him $500 in one day. And it took him 5 minutes to steal the content and make it. And I'm just like, I'm not saying my videos are amazing, but I'm proud of the work that I do. When I sit down to make get in to make a video, off the top of my head, and by the way, I'm making a part 2 of this, but my video about black hair in video games, I'm proud of the work I did on that. It took a really long time to really get all the footage of all the games and really look at all the hair and then do the research to understand how to make hair in video games. I didn't want, the last thing I wanted was for like a developer to show up in the comment section and be like, oh, this is wrong. This guy is an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. But instead I got a lot of people saying, yo, that's exactly what it's like. Yo, I'm glad you put that kind of research in. I got a few people who said, well, it's not as easy as you think it may be. And I never said that it was easy, but like, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of my Elden Ring review. Like, I'm proud of the content that I made. But nothing that is worthwhile is easy. If you want to put in quality time on your content, you need to actually put the work in. And if you're not willing to put the work in, you can't be mad at the end result. Now, my channel ain't big, and I know that, and I don't care. But it's not really the point. The point I'm making is that it's not necessarily discouraging. It sucks to see someone financially being successful by being a garbage content creator. I love to see the content creators that are making great content and they are killing it. I love that. I love every time I see a great video and I see it flourish. I'm like, yo, let me go share this. Let me make sure I like this and really like help the algorithm out there. It's crazy that like that's just never the case, it seems. Anyway, off my soapbox. What other questions you guys got? My friend was told because of his resume he can't be hired for his usual job because his pay would be equal to that of someone who runs a studio, so he had to find a new career after 20 years. Good grief. Yeah, that's like you're overqualified, Sucks. Yobi says one more. What are your goals for your channel and DPS as a whole? So me and Forte have been talking about DPS and where to take it, and I think we want to make changes with DPS, and we want things to not be so stagnant where it's like, oh, it's the same UI or interface or look to it. It's the same. Like we're in the process of working on a new intro, even though I know like Ramon loves the intro. It's all our own gameplay. Forte did a great job. He did majority of the editing. I did only a little bit of the editing. All that mostly is like 95% Forte. And he's awesome at that stuff. And we're working on a new video now, and now that I'm talking about this, I need to put together a compilation of a lot of highlights from more games that we're playing at the moment in order to help us get that done. But we want to take the channel further in a direction where the stuff that you see is only seen on DPS. Like everyone does topics on news or discusses their impressions of games, and I'm not saying we're going to get away from that, but we want to do things that like really get people thinking about, I can only get this content here. And also we want to do more with the DPS channel so that grows. more, because at some point we're going to stop doing the DPS podcast on our individual channels and just have it all on the DPS channel. But we're not quite ready to do that yet. So there's that. So hope that answered your question. Neil says, what did you think of the Warframe update? It's okay. I mean, I signed up for Soulframe so I could get into the early alpha, and I want to try that out. But Warframe, for me right now, I haven't really been paying attention because I want to play it on PC, and my account, like my Mastery Rank 15 account, is on Xbox. And I know they talked about the cross save is finally coming, and cross save is coming with the new update that's coming before the end of the year. And they, at the Video Game Awards, they're going to do a trailer showing the new expansion, and then also where cross save is dropping. I don't like that, and I understand why they have to do it, but I just don't like the fact that the cross save is for the larger number of Warframe players is coming in waves. Like the founders are first. So Forte, even though Forte has to play Warframe in years, Forte is going to have more opportunity. Like immediately, as soon as the update is out, Forte can go migrate his Xbox account to PC immediately. Whereas I have to wait my turn, and I don't know when that's going to be. And that the not knowing when that's going to be is the part that really kind of irks me, because I really want to play Warframe again, but I'm not playing Warframe on my Series S. Like after playing Warframe very briefly on PC, on not even with my current GPU, on my old rig, and saw how like the level of it looks so different, so much better. I refuse to play it on consoles again. I want to play it on PC, and I just really want that cross save so I could get that done. Ramon says, seems like having no integrity is rewarded these days. Yeah. And I like that guy. I saw people with like content creators responding to that guy's tweet where he was showing people how to steal content and make money on TikTok. And they were just like, I hope you get DMCA. And it's just like, if that was going to happen, it would have been happened before he was making, 6 figures easy on an annual basis. I don't know how TikTok, I think eventually maybe TikTok might have to clamp down on that kind of stuff. And look, all I do is upload highlights on TikTok and make a little funny headline and get people triggered. When I show people my one-shot DPS sniper build. Why is it just paused? What the freak? Like, what was that? What was I saying? Yeah. The way it is right now is I kind of look at it the way people cheat in video games. Like the clamping down and the stopping of the cheating is always behind the cheaters. The cheaters always find like a new method to cheat, some new update to keep ahead of the anti-cheats and the different softwares and things that are deployed to stop the cheaters. And I don't know how you stop it. Yeah, like TikTok will probably clamp down on this. They will find a different way to steal content. Maybe they'll go to Twitch, or maybe they'll go to Facebook or something. I don't know. It is what it is. But Ramon says, so many channels will honor integrity like yours, DPS. Thanks, man. Worth orders of magnitude more than some of the biggest channels out. That's how we why we do the things that we do and the way we do them. That kind of response is worth more than a comment section full of people cussing you out because you stole this, or you did the thing a certain way, or you're just trying to trigger people and they get views, and that's like you stole content. Like we've seen this before, where like there's like even especially on YouTube, people stealing other people's gameplay and then cropping the screen to make it look like it's their own and getting caught and all kinds of stuff like that. Like it's. Let me just get to where is me killing people? There we go. Here we go. Me killing people. Why don't I just play Cyberpunk at this point? You guys got any more questions? If you guys don't have any more questions, I'm just gonna play Cyberpunk. Cause yeah. I'm trying to play Cyberpunk. If I have time with 240, I do have time. I'm not picking up my. Ramon has a question. I kind of feel like y'all just trying to extend. I don't feel like y'all don't really have a question, because you have a question, you just say ask the question. And Yobi was like, "I got one more question." I'm like, "All right, cool." And then here, Ramon, I have a question. Why don't you just say the question? Ramon was like, "Oh, how do I gift you Stranger's Wrath on Steam to play live?" Well, you can waste your money by just gifting it to me. There is a gifting system when you buy games in Steam. It gives you two options. It says purchase for myself and gifting and gift to someone else. And so you can choose gift to someone else, and then it will like look at your friends list or whatever and be like, which person do you want to gift this worthless game to? And then you would choose SloMoBackSlap, and then that would be it. Cause I ain't playing it. Okay. That will be the end of that. Like that will be a wrap. And there's nothing more to be said. I will say thank you and not play that game, because I got zero desire to play Asura's Stranger Wrath or whatever that game's called. I'm good. So I got 3 different Cyberpunk. I'm so on Cyberpunk, man, right now. I'm like I'm so tuned in. I beat Phantom Liberty, and again, does not deserve to be on all these categories in the game of the year, because it's not right for those categories. But the writing in Phantom Liberty, the characters, Idris Elba does an amazing job. But I think that Idris Elba does such a great job with this game because the writing is just that good. The character they created is that, like, has so many layers and is so in depth. Like, it's really just that damn good. And I'm now to the point where, like, my third character that, like, I started and I was kind of doing a Netrunner build, but it was kind of boring, so I stopped. I was like at level 12. I've been playing with that character. I got them done enough of the story content to start Phantom Liberty. And I've been kind of going back and forth doing the content in Phantom Liberty with that and my other character, the first character I made that I really just kind of blazed through the main story when the game first launched, because it was so like buggy and broken. I just couldn't deal with all the other issues that were going on with it. I didn't really enjoy it like the way I enjoyed playing it with my Edge Runner build. Dorian says, depends on the ending you get, because Songbird stole the show. Look, I get that. Like, Songbird's awesome. That character, the voice actress, awesome. The story for that character, awesome. There's like 6 different endings just to Phantom Liberty, and 2 of them can give you a new ending to the full game. And my ending, I'm not gonna say what my ending was, my first ending, but like I had some regrets. And it's so bittersweet, but which is a lot of what happens in Cyberpunk, is that everything is so bittersweet. But it was kind of a tough ending. Like it was pretty rough. But it was really also really good. And I already So when I beat it with my edge runner, I didn't know anything. I didn't look up anything. And then afterwards, I looked up what all the endings were and what the choices that I made and how those choices turned out the way they did. And so then I was like, all right, so this is what I'm gonna do for my gunslinger class, which is like my other, like this footage you're seeing right now is for him. And then what I'm going to do for my net runner and how I'm going to do completely different endings. So, because my net runner, there is a particular cyberware mod that I can get that could give me access to powers that will, it would definitely take that build and just like to the next level. And I already got for my gunslinger build, it's like a stealth, but not really stealth, but it's like as long as I turn on active camo and I crouch and do like a crouch sprint, I'm getting like bonus damage and headshot damage. And it's like, and I got smart link on and everything. So like everything's a headshot. And I already got the best like silence gun, Her Majesty, that you get from a character Alex in Phantom Liberty. Phantom Liberty really is not just a great story, but it also introduces new gear and new weapons that are among the best in the game. In addition to all the changes they made with 2.0. So it's just awesome, man. And I've been really like indulging in it, knowing that I got all these other games I want to finish and play, knowing all of that, and I still haven't done any of that. And I'm gonna get to those games eventually, but what was it? Oh, this isn't the Edge Runner. This isn't my gunslinger. This is my Edge Runner build. Sounds like you got no more questions. Oh, sorry, Yobi. You had something else. He said, I had this in my mind for a minute. I heard a homie of mine a while back and said, if you were one of those people who sits in front of the CPU all day editing a video and call that work, is not work. Bruh, and nobody said anything to him about it. That was wild and disrespectful. Back then, when I put those gameplay clips out there, mine with many facts and etc., I'm proud of it. It's work simple. There are people who, and we see this in how we see this in how people view what quote unquote real work is. And we see it in how they are dismissive of crunch with developers. When developers are like, my mental health is terrible. My actual physical health is terrible. I'm working ridiculous hours. My wife is divorcing me. Everything's awful because of the amount of work I'm putting in. And they're just like dismissive of it because like, oh, you're just sitting at a desk all day, man. Suck it up. I work a real job. I work in construction. I might get a brick hit me in the head and kill me. I might fall off the beams of a building and die. That's real work. And I'm like, no, they're both real work. You just do different kind of work. It's important, but that doesn't mean that the work that, because you personally don't feel the work that person does is something that is hard, even though you can't do it and wouldn't know where to even begin, doesn't mean that it's not work. It is work. And I get annoyed with people when they take their personal preferences and they decide what's work and what's not work. You've never edited a video before. Do you understand that like a 5-minute video may take someone 4 hours to make? Only the people who have done that kind of work know how hard it is. And only the people who have done that kind of work can tell you who really put the work in and who didn't. So, yeah, I mean, and the fact that nobody checked that person, I'm not surprised, Joby, because because a lot of these people in this community love their echo chambers. The people that he said that to likely felt the same way because they don't know anything. They don't know how hard it is. They don't know how long it takes. Good quality content. It's not going to take you 5 seconds. It's not going to take you 5 minutes to make a 5-minute video. That's not good content. So, thought I saw another question. T. Harris, have you considered pandering to said Xbox community for financial gain? No, I haven't, Harris. Nah, I can't do it. I can't. Look, I lack the ability to lie convincingly. If I sat up here and was like, you know, guys, I am sick and tired of how these ponies treat us. I am tired of going on Twitter of my own volition. My own choice to get on Twitter on my phone that I chose to get on the app that I installed, on the account that I made. And I go on my timeline and look at the people that I follow talk trash about Xbox. And that hurts me. And I don't unfollow them. Instead, I quote retweet them and I tell them how they're a doo-doo head for that. How dare they talk about Xbox that way? I don't like it. I mean, you could call me the N-word. You could call me the F-word. You could call me whatever word you want to call me. But when you call me an Xbot, my blood gets hot. My blood rushes. I can't take it. And I gotta dox you. I gotta dox you, your whole family. I gotta go to Photoshop. I gotta take pictures of you. I gotta put a picture of you in some porn with you getting blown out from the back. I gotta do all that stuff to make myself feel better. Like, come on. I'm sorry. It ain't in me. It is not in me to give you that. I can't do it. I'm not. I just refuse. So, you know, this is what you get. What I would say for you, say I'm not always right. I will definitely let you know when I am right, and I am a told you so kind of dude, and that is a character flaw of mine. That said, when I'm wrong, I admit I'm wrong, and what you get from me is you're gonna get. I'm gonna give you my opinion of how I really, honestly, truly feel. And it's not it's not like me pandering to a side. It's just how I feel, which is the reason why I think, and just honestly speaking, when it comes to this portion of the gaming community, everyone loves the echo chamber. So I'm not an echo chamber. Like, sometimes you're going to agree with me and sometimes you're not going to agree with me. You know, sometimes you're going to like what I say, but if you're the kind of person that always wants to hear, hey, PlayStation is awesome, PlayStation's a cut above everyone, PlayStation never makes mistakes. Yay, PlayStation. I got PlayStation shoes on right now. I spent $200 on those, and they spent $2 making it, and it's cheap, and my feet hurt, but I love it because it's PlayStation. I bought the PS Portal. And I'm out here pretending I never have frame drops and it never lags. And I went into the sewers and I was able to connect to my PlayStation back at home. And I was chilling with Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, and Michelangelo. And we was beating up, the foot soldiers. And I was playing the game at the same time in the sewers. This is what I was able to do because the PS Portal was that great. Yeah. I mean, what? What? No. Nah, fam, you ain't getting that from me. I don't even want the Portal. I don't like handhelds because my hands. I'm a 6'4". I'm a big dude. I got big hands, and every time I use a handheld, like my hands start hurting after like 10 minutes. It's the reason why even with the Switch, when I had the Steam Deck before I sold it, and the reason why I immediately got rid of the Logitech G Cloud, all because I couldn't dock them and just play them with a controller on like a TV or something. I cannot play games on handheld. I just can't, my hands hurt and it's not comfortable. And I always talk about comfort. Like you could be good at games as long as you're comfortable with the controls and you're comfortable with how the game feels. And by the way, bear in mind, I'm not saying anyone who says they like the PS Portal is capping. I was just making a joke, so don't get bent out of shape. You know, like some people are enjoying the Portal for what it is. And I personally think if it was like $50 cheaper, like $150, jump in on that. I think Logitech G Cloud is also overpriced. That thing retails for $350. I think it's on sale Black Friday, Cyber Monday for like $300. I still think that's too expensive. That thing needs to be like $200. I think the Logitech G Cloud that can do the PS Remote Play the same way that the PS Portal does, also can do xCloud, can also do NVIDIA GeForce Now, also can do the Steam Link to actually stream from your PC the same way you stream from your PlayStation. You can do all of that stuff. I still think that should be like $200. So if it can do all of that plus what the only negative is that it doesn't, even though it's probably one of the bigger handhelds. My hands didn't hurt that much with it, but it doesn't have the control of the DualSense. Now, I will say this about the design of the PS Portal. I think if I did want it, that I wouldn't have the hand crampiness because it's actually like actual DualSense like grip, and I think a DualSense is a very comfortable controller. That said, I do not. All this thing can do is remote play my PlayStation. And I don't play my PlayStation enough to justify that kind of acquisition. So that's my full thought on it. So that's not. I like to all get back to what we were talking about. I like the lane I'm in because I can just be honest about how I feel about a product. I'm not going. I could have did a review and then sent the thing back, but I'm like, y'all already know how I feel about it. Yeah, I could do that for content, which I'm not begrudging anyone that has. I just don't want it. I'm not interested in it. But I can tell you why I'm not interested in it. And I can give you experiences I've had with other handhelds, and that will explain it. And you know, you're gonna get a honest opinion out of me instead of the cat. I mean, there's some content creators out here who wait until other people come out with their opinions in their videos, and they steal the content. They steal footage from those people, and then they take like a compilation of everyone's opinions, and that's how they make their videos. I'm not going to do that either. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Did I miss any more questions? I'm trying to make sure I didn't miss anything else. Because if not, then I'm going to actually get back to what I was trying to do, which was play Cyberpunk. Are we good? The way we going, I'm going to give y'all like 2 minutes of Cyberpunk. Maybe I could do a mission. Maybe I can do a mission. All right, so I'm going to have to move this to this other screen. Let me make this a little smaller. Oh, by the way, I did try out the Starfield update, and you know, it's not bad. It's a good update. I know some people feel like they could have went further with it. I I was fine with it. I'm already in New Game Plus for Cyberpunk. I'm sorry, not Cyberpunk. With let me hold on. Hold up. Let me change this up real quick because I know the sound in this game is really loud. And so I muted it because I need to turn the sound down. Cause yeah, sound is at 100. Look at that. Let's go 50 for now. And this should allow me to unmute. There we go. And what I want to do is use my Netrunner, who's a nomad. Is this? Yeah, it's the latest one for her. I wish they had, when you create a new save, that they actually separate it by like some games do that where they separate it by the save, so I can just switch to a different, like a whole category of just that one game. But instead they got them all together and you be trying to like find the one that you want and everything, and you know, maybe that's just the way I do things. But this is my Netrunner, right? So this is her. Say hi. She is cyberware wise. I got her running this Tetratronic Rippler MK3 right now. So she's like, to show you guys, like I be loading up enemies with cyberware malfunctions, overheating them, synapses burn out, contagions, making them sick, and as well as sonic shock so they can't hear for a minute, you know, short circuiting. This like that was even a super weak one. And I got suicide, like literally making a dude commit suicide, but like I gotta get my street cred up high enough where I can actually put on a purple cyberware for these. And I got a much better short circuit and a much better overheat. But the way her build works, where is it? So I got 20 intelligence, right? I'm using smart weapons. So it's almost, smart weapons are almost like auto targeting, really. Like it's just all like it locks in. You'll see what I mean. But I got my fully intelligence build, and then I got technical ability, which I haven't really touched yet because I'm still filling this out. And I got some ideas of where I'm going with this once I start to get into it. But I don't have, like, I got the framework of where all my attributes would be. And I'm just, as you'll max out your attributes before you max out your perks. Cause like, these are the perks and these are the attributes. So I haven't really touched the technical ability yet, but once I do and I get Edge Runner, so I'm definitely going to go up the skill tree with Edge Runner so that I could get, where does it show it? Let's go progression. So that this is new stuff they did. Now, see, before 2.0, like V was like this impossible person that never could get cyber psychosis from having too much cyberware. Now you can lock yourself out of it. Now, once you get level up, this gets higher, but Edge Runner, unlocking the other top skill, Edge Runner, unlocks this to allow you to access even more cyberware. And that's the whole David Martinez thing. And once you access Edge Runner, which is so cool, because I have it activated on my other builds, and you'll hear a laughing in the background when you're like murdering everyone. And that laughing is actually the voice of David Martinez from the Edge Runner anime, which is people don't know about. Yeah, my armor is super low. I need to get my armor up. But like now there's actual the way they got a different like thing with armor, which all comes through this stuff. You can do a little bit of armor with your gear, but it's like it's not. It used to be you'll be forced to wear really ugly clothing just to make sure that you had enough survivability. Now they allow you to just wear whatever the hell you want to wear, and then you know survivability and all that other stuff is elsewhere. This is the fastest bike in the game, and I have all my characters have this. You can buy that at the auto fixer, the where you buy stuff, cars and vehicles at. It's like 6K. Also up here's a free car, and it's a free car that has guns on it. It's actually pretty cool. Just come up here and then go into this little warehouse, and then you'll see a free car. It'll be sitting there, and then like Johnny Silverhand will be like, hey V, try to get into this car, and you can't. And there's like some keys liner over here, and you just get the keys. Matter of fact, I'll show you that car. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. Where are you? Is this it? Yeah, it did. That's it. So yeah, this car is cool. And the guns come out the front. It's pretty great. What is happening over here? Did they kill the police? They sure did kill the police. You know, that ain't right. That ain't right. We not gonna allow this. We are not gonna do that. No, nope. And that's how we do it. Sorry you got murdered, Copper. Let's see, what do we want? Oh, you're still alive? You were. And what do we got here? Thank you. Are you done crying? Look at this guy's face. he is really upset. Like, it's over, bro. It's okay. You'll live now. Let's take that. Yobi says, is that a new car? Yes, that car I have was first, it was introduced in the 2.0 update. What else is over here? Reinforced plastic fleets. Like, what? And nothing else. Why not? Make it this money. Okay. Let's go do a mission. I don't know where to go though. Oh, you know, maybe I should do something in Dogtown. Meet Paco. No, I don't want to do that. Meet with Reed. Sliders. Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I actually kind of showed y'all some of that in in my footage while I was talking about the topics earlier. You know, all the gigs are done until I do the story part. Let's not do that. Let's do something out here. Now, I still have to do I have story stuff I need to do. I gotta do the whole Takamura thing. And I think that's the mission where we're trying to kidnap the daughter of Araka, Hanako, from the parade. Yeah, for this character, I got a lot of stuff that needs to get done. But yeah, I got this is a heavy one. I don't want to do that on stream. That's just gonna make everybody really depressed. This one though is pretty cool. Everyone loves Pan Am, so let's do that. Is the stream clean? Hopefully everything's good with the I haven't been checking to make sure. I got it locked at 60 FPS, but oh, hold on. You know what? Oh, whoops. How do you do this? Oh my gosh. I'm doing crap. How do you aim? You know what? I need to work that out. Okay, I gotta get better at that. But yeah, it looks like the stream's good. Right, the stream's good? Okay, good. I do have ray tracing on. I have ray tracing on, and I have it locked to 60 FPS, so I don't have any problems. Actually, no, I do not like driving cars in this game. I don't know about y'all, I don't like driving cars in this game at all. I think they handle weird. They made handling for cars better, but I think they handle really weird. I'm going to grab my bike, because the bikes ride the best, and also I get to see my character, because you know, first person view, you barely get to see your character in this game. So I'm gonna take the bike there. Crap. Thought I could actually go around there. Never mind. So with this mission, I think this mission is when a rival clan or something kidnapped the leader of Pan Am's Nomad clan. And she calls V up to get help in getting him back. And so this is just going to be a whole lot of bullets, a whole lot of killing. Oh, that could have been bad. I normally be flying off the bike when I do that. I try to look at stream real quick. And took my eye off the screen. By the way, how was the sound? Is the sound too low, or is it in a good place? Because if I can turn it up a little. It's fine for me, but I don't want. You know, it's hard kind of find the balance to make sure that like you can hear it, everyone can hear it, but it ain't drowning my voice out, because you know my voice kind of deep. No, I got that deep voice, so. I probably should have fast traveled there, honestly, instead of taking this bike, because I just realized how far it is. But if anybody has never seen Cyberpunk before, this is, you know, the game looks like, what Night City looks like. So this game looks amazing. Definitely gonna grab it next year. Yeah, man. Ramon, you got. I think you'll really fall in love with the game. You're a writer, so I think you'll really appreciate how they were able to take the writings from the writer of Cyberpunk and kind of like fully realize it into an actual, like, just really make it come to life. You know, it's pretty cool. And we are almost there. Also, there's another free, I should just go get this. There's another free car. Should I kill these people?
Crush it all.
Almost got hit. No, I'm not. There's another free car out here. Well, me. It's right around here? Somewhere here. Neil says, need to upgrade my GPU and replay this in full path trace glory. If 48 the super rumors true, need to cop that. Yeah. I would like to get a 48 super, or get if the 48 is super means the 4080 price gets much lower. I'm down with that too, but I don't know. I'm starting to get kind of concerned because I looked at like some of my saved items and some of the storefronts. And they're kind of sold out, the 4080. Like, it really sold really well for Black Friday, Cyber Monday, which annoyed me because the 4080 sales weren't that good. They were like not that good at all. They were barely like 10% or less of sales. So, like, that's kind of garbage, man. And wait a minute, did I already pass it? In this tunnel is a free Rayburn. It's like the fastest car in the game. I didn't pass it. It's not. I haven't passed it yet. But it's like it doesn't really show up until. Wait a minute, what is my? Okay, I'm at the right street cred. Like, you have to be like a street cred level of like 34. And here it is. Boom. Look at that. All right. I don't want that Umbra. Doesn't fit my build. Look at this thermoactive, tear-resistant, techie wife beater. Oh, why did I just hit? I didn't mean to put that. You know, whatever. It's on. I don't want any of that stuff. Look at this car. So now I own this car. So if you ever see this if you haven't got this car yet, this is where you get that car. This car is so fast. The handling on it used to be awful, but it's an awesome car. And you can buy different versions of this car from the auto fixer, but if you want it for free, this is the free. Ooh, I missed my turn. This is the free version of it. I probably should have even got this, honestly, because I'm about to be driving off-road like crazy. And oh damn. People shooting at me. Yeah, I'm gonna be driving off-road a whole lot with this. And this ain't the car for that, but it is what it is. Neil says people need to not buy to the super launches at 1K. You know, I wanted the 4080 to drop below 1K, and then I was gonna pick it up. But I mean, Even the Founders Edition at Best Buy, which has never had a single sale, is still at $1,200. Is sold out right now, and I'm just like, yo, this is why Nvidia does what it does, because the PC community are just cucks for Nvidia, and it's so annoying. This is why they overprice everything, because they own 85% of the market. So why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they overprice everything when you prove every time they do it that you will continue to keep buying their products, and you don't wait for sales, and you just buy it straight up as it is? It's frustrating.
V, it's good you're here.
Pan Nam.
Had no idea you and the Aldecaldos had made up.
They continue to grind my gears something terrible. But, you know.
They're family.
Exactly.
What happened? Spit it out.
The Wraiths took Saul. The brick brain
Dorian says,
was
"What Nvidia is just better." They are, but just because they're better doesn't mean you should spend like stupid money on their products. And plus, I guess you get to write off their stuff. Yeah, but then like in the grand scheme of things, we just end up with even more expensive products. When they cut next year in 2020, well, not next year, in 2025, when they come out with the 5000 series cards, don't be shocked and surprised when the 5090 is $2,000.
You saw it in action already.
They have no desire, need to drop it. Think about this: the 2080 Ti, which was the like
Mitch will walk you through the details.
2 generations ago's most expensive GPU was $850, and then the 3090 was what was it? What was the 3090? 15? Well, I can't remember what the 3090 was. 1,200? Every generation, everything goes up. At least $100. The 2070 was like a $400 card or $500 card. It was okay. It was 12. Now the 4090 is $1,600. So they went up another $300. Guaranteed, the 5090 is going to be a $2,000 card. And sorry, one GPU by itself, no matter how powerful, no matter what the performance gap is between that card and the very best AMD card and the very best Intel card, is not worth.
Ignore that.
It simply is not worth that kind of money to me. So I refuse to spend over $1,000 on it. Like when I got my the 3080 Ti I have was retailed for MSRP was $1,200, but when I got it, it was $9,000 because they were trying to get rid of stock.
Where's Mitch? He was supposed to meet me here.
He'll be here any minute. Huh. You never mentioned seeking outside help.
We can use all the help we can get.
Okay.
Okay, how do you want to do this?
Quietly. An open assault would be suicide. Mitch is already setting up the recon. You'll sneak into the Wraith's camp while I cover you.
Quiet? Why y'all always want to go in quiet? I just want to blow stuff up.
Going in quiet. 2's all you need.
It's not that I don't want to go to serve some Raffins up some justice. It's just...
Look around! The last attacks left barely half of us standing. Our supplies are stuck outside goddamn Reno, and our gear...
And to be fair to AMD, in straight pure rasterization and pure rendering...
What? Hope for the best? Rather not think about what you do for the ones at the bottom of your food chain.
You're asking for trouble.
Leave it! She has a right not to understand.
Yeah. Anyway,
There's Mitch.
what was I saying? Oh, yeah, just pure performance.
I floated a drone over the Wraith's camp.
AMD is very competitive to Nvidia. They're very competitive, but in everything else, they're inferior.
Mitch, how you been?
Wishing duct tape could right all the world's wrongs. And hey, it shouldn't be me occupying your thoughts, but Saul. You taking a look or not?
Let's see what we got here.
The Raffins can't see it. Active camo, but that practically inhales battery juice, so make it quick.
They found an abandoned cement plant to squat in. With a massive heavy gear. Locusts would be a better name for them. They fly into a place, strip it of all it's got, then move on. But this time...
Just where they're holding Saul.
Do you see the wall? They've added some primitive security measures. It points to them aiming to stay longer. The question is why? Who knows for sure, but I would guess that Saul is part of the reason. If he's still there, we have to find a way inside. That guard post is probably connected to the rest of the camp.
I always find it so funny because they're always like, hey, V, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna be real silent, you know, we're gonna make it so they never even know we're here, and we're gonna knock them all out, and we're gonna get Saul out, and we're gonna be real quiet, and before they even realize that we've taken them, we're gonna be gone. I'll be like, yeah, you're right, we're gonna do that. I go in, pull the guns out. V, what are you doing? Straight ripping everyone apart.
Tire tracks. Their vehicles were moving heavy freight. It could have been equipment. Either that.
Tell me they don't see this drone up here. Seriously, this guy's like, what is this guy looking at?
Scan it. That's probably the one they kept Saul in.
Observe the main building.
The main building. There. Saul must be inside.
Quite a spread. Be like looking for a diamond in a hailstorm.
If they haven't scrapped and gutted the place for parts, you could access the local camnet. You would just need to find the control room.
The control room. Yeah, I remember this part. Alright. I observe the main building. I don't know what else they want me to do here.
The skywalk. It connects the garage to the main structure.
Yeah, there was that part.
Okay, got some stuff to work with now.
Is everything clear?
Yep.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go get Saul.
Perfect. Mitch, is the van primed?
I did what I could. Take a tour.
You know, while they're doing that, I got some upgrades. I wonder if I could,
Want to get myself chipped.
I mostly improvise.
Straight to the point. I like it.
can I finally upgrade this? Nope, everything is still blue. What does my street cred have to be at like 50 to get legendary or even purple? I mean, can I at least get purple? Get some of that purple stuff.
Fire and Mike.
Hold on a minute, I got one more thing. If you find Saul hasn't flatlined, you'll probably need this. Spike Superjet, a Rhino dose. It should speed up Saul's central pump.
Sure.
Hope so. Doubt I could carry him on my back.
So that should be everything. V, will you ride with me?
Yeah, of course I'm going with you.
Okay, you take the wheel.
Want me driving?
Yep, I need to fiddle with my scope a bit.
It's funny how
Oh yeah, we even have
there's like this route here. They think I'm supposed to take to the Reno route. There's no road here. I mean, just come on. What is? Yeah, let's not. No, that's content. How do I change the radio? I can't change the radio? I guess this music is supposed to be like the calm before the storm or something.
Can't believe he let
I
himself
disagree,
be
but alright.
Anyone else? But Saul?
Said yourself he's not at the top of his form.
Yes, but moving civilians across the border during a bombardment? Hijacking a petrochem tanker? Opening the valves? Cranking a few figure eights to set the desert ablaze and give the kids a fun show? That's the Saul I remember.
All had our idols.
I know. It's just...
It took me doing 10 playthroughs to find out there's another route you can take to rescue Saul. Really? Look at me, not even reading the chat, not even paying attention. I was jaw dropped. I guess I wasn't paying attention. Really? True Bleed, what's up, man?
See that? That is one hell of a storm.
Oh yeah, yo, this part was awesome when you're leaving. You know, I mean, not spoiler it for the people who haven't seen it before, but yeah, the storm. Even though I don't know if y'all seen the visual glitch that's happening there. That's not supposed to happen.
Okay, out. I'll find a place to roost and keep you in sight. You just watch yourself down there.
Oh, I'm gonna be okay. Trust me, I'm gonna be just fine. My best weapon with this is the Ying Long, which is I'm gonna upgrade this, get it fully upgraded. But the Ying Long is probably one of the best smart link weapons. So you dropped Alan Wake. I dropped Alan Wake. Like a bad habit, man. Who else is here? Maybe I'll do a little stealth. You know, maybe I'll roll up on this dude and knock him out, you know. Maybe I won't go loud immediately. Hey, buddy.
Position. I have you in range.
I think I can go in here, right? Can I? I could. Yep. I believe you have to do the stealth route, and after you rescue him, you can take a tunnel out and not have to worry about the enemy chasing you to use hideout with Saul. Oh, but that whole hideout part is so good. That hideout part with the whole conversation and everything. What's up, Jeff B Game? He said, "Well, this is Cyberpunk." That part's so great. I can see how like that would work, but you know, I don't want to miss that. I'm gonna kill this guy without him even being able to do anything, but just die.
Okay, you're near the main structure. That has to be.
Oh, that was traceable. You know what? Screw it. Let's go. What's that dude over here? Go ahead and die.
Come on. Getting tired of this.
Oh, it only hit him once? No, all right.
So much for being sly. Find Saul and get out of there.
Damn it, V. Damn it, V. You did it again, V. Oh. Oh, snap. You right here. Let me reload this gun. Who's shooting at me? You? Alright. So you can go ahead and die. Yo, stop moving so I can Kill you. There we go, right there. Overheat and cyber malfunction. What's up, buddy? I think I had to go this way.
Every man for his fucking self.
Oh, really? That's how you feel? Every man for himself? Oh wait, all the money though. You can take that. Oh. Come here. There we go. Wait, no, I was supposed to go here. Wait. Oh, snap. I am kind of, because this build isn't complete, I'm kind of squishy. So I can't be as aggressive as I would like. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Well, damn. Damn! I don't even got pistol ammo? Okay, okay. Where is the ammo? I'm gonna have to take a different approach now. Now I have to actually just rely on the cybernetics. So I don't think I have any kind of other kind of weapons. Do I? Revolver, no. Shotgun, yeah, I got a shotgun. You know what, we'll go with this. Ooh, I'm not wasting that on this though. Yeah, Pax makes it non-lethal. I definitely want. Ah, man, I didn't want to waste the equalizer on this either. Okay, where is? Oh, you looking for me? That first one kills them most enemies immediately. This mission is the main mission. Yeah. Well, yeah, it's a Pan Am side mission. Yeah. So, oh yeah. I'm supposed to go up here. That's how it was happening. I don't want that. I'll take that though. Needs, no one cares about that. Let's turn this off. Regarding the braid. Check security feeds. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, don't want that. Maybe I gotta turn this back on. Okay. Connected devices, remote takeover. There he is. So I know exactly where he is now, but let me go turn this back off so they don't know where I'm at. There's a legendary somewhere. It's outside. You know, I'll get it later.
Come on, I just want to talk.
You just want to... No, you don't. You don't want to talk. You're lying to me, man. What is that? Ew. Hey, I don't know if I can show that. Now on YouTube and not get demonetized. Interesting new Suicide Squad mission video drop, guest marketing, full swing. It's funny, the last time I did a lunchtime with SloMo, they dropped I did a Alan Wake stream, and they dropped a video for, ooh. Oh crap, I got too much stuff on me. But, was that purple? Yeah, it was. So I can get purple cyberware now. That's just not, I don't use the Berserk. I need to find a purple version of this. Alright, let's drop something that I don't need. Like, I don't need this. So, okay, we're good.
Is he
Breathing? Think so.
good?
I mean, he's clearly breathing. Come on, B.
Saul?
Do you have my goddamn cigar?
No, I
This is
don't.
Saul. I'm here with Pan Am.
Pan Am?
I'm staying away from Suicide Squad like it's a STD.
I remember. You're that merc.
Come on. Family's waiting.
Oh, I got him. I woke him up.
So, how is he?
Time to don my dancing shoes.
He'll live.
Now get yourselves out of there.
Middle of a shitstorm down here. Brewing to be a Category 5.
I know. Get out of the building. I'll be right there.
I ain't worried about them. Come on, Saul. Let's move it, man. What are you doing? Come on. You know what? That's fine. You stay down. You come up when it's safe.
Brace yourselves.
No, I don't want to steal a pipe.
The cavalry's about to arrive. Main gate.
Main gate. Word.
Be ready.
Hey, guy. Oh, he didn't die? Okay, now he's dead now.
Stay right where you are.
That's a mistake.
All right, up in the back.
Pan Am, you're making a mistake. Another one.
Serious right now?
Those devils wanted to know our location. If we drive to camp now, you'll just be setting the table for them.
You look outside lately? The storm will wipe our tracks.
You could have just said thank you. He says, but I know it's not going to be Arkham level greatness.
We got more chomping at our tail.
It's totally different type of game. If gunplay traversal feels good with solid gameplay, yeah. Is this something I'm supposed to be doing? I feel like there's something I'm supposed to be doing.
We need to shake them. That's one way to treat an engine.
Fuck off, Saul. I can't squeeze any more out of it. Cut off that tail.
There we go.
Get ready.
Why can't I move the emergency brake on them?
Hold the call.
Damn it! We got more. Decommission the bastards.
That's all I can do is emergency brake and floor it.
Start.
Why is my RAM cost so low right now?
We need to find shelter.
I know, damn it. There's an abandoned farm nearby. I'll get us there.
Fuck, my head. You out to kill me?
I am not doing any real damage to these cars. There we go. Oh yeah, man, I forgot. I could have been used doing the overdrive thing for the smart link the whole time. Completely forgot about that. Keep messing around with so many different builds. I keep forgetting things I set up. I feel like this was way more eventful when I did it the first couple times. Maybe I just killed everything so fast that like
I remember this place. It should be safe.
the game wasn't ready to say and do certain things into a certain period of time. Come on, hurry up.
Inside, quick! I need to catch my breath.
I think there is, let's see here. Smiley hard pilot cap. I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
I just swallowed a pound of sand.
I think there is. I gotta go outside, I think, to turn the power on, I think. Okay, I followed Saul. We're in here. Like, what is happening? This mission isn't operating correctly. It's like dialogue and stuff is taking too long to catch up.
I'll search in here.
There we go. No, not the right room.
A lot of useful things. Bangle's in a hurry. Hey, it worked! We have lights!
Got me standing on top of the table.
I tried to get us some heat in here, but no luck.
This is why I gotta go outside.
Might have the magic touch. Actually, you know what? Check the fuse outside. It might have come loose. So, we can whack it back in place.
Mm, 3-bit in the house. What's up, man? He said, "Ooh, still gotta play the DLC. Liking it? Yeah, this is a main mission. I didn't want to, like, I already kind of like earlier showed gameplay from one of my other playthroughs of the next step I am and the DLC Phantom Liberty. So I just figured, like, for this character, let me just do something that I still need to get done. So yeah, we just did a mission. How you doing, 3-bit, man?
Before the last war, so hopefully it hasn't turned to poison. Today's our lucky day.
Lucky. Interesting choice of words.
Do I hear a lecture coming on?
No. No lecture.
I should probably.
But we do need to talk.
Let me pause this because I have a conference call in 10 minutes. You just realized the time. I should probably be shutting this down. But appreciate, everybody for coming through. This lunchtime with SloMo was 2 hours and 30 minutes, and I haven't even had lunch. I'm like, really, I gotta start eating before I do these, honestly. But no, appreciate everybody for coming through. It's been a good time. If you just jumped in, check the replay out. And maybe you can, join in on some of the topics that we talked about earlier. I'm probably not going to do a lunchtime with SloMo tomorrow. Maybe get one in before we do DPS this Thursday. It's going to be on Forte's channel, Gaming Forte on YouTube, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Guest, I don't know if we have a guest or not. Probably not. But, we're going to rock out regardless. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Definitely appreciate you guys coming and join me while you guys eat your lunch and go about your day. I'm gonna get up out of here. True Bleed said Xbox stacks. Listen to my comments earlier, True Bleed. He said, you owe us a double podcast for last week. Last week was Thanksgiving. If we would have went live on Thanksgiving, y'all would have roasted us for going live on Thanksgiving. And then it'd be like 6 people here. So no, we're not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Podcast will be regular time here. We're probably gonna be about 3 hours anyway. So yeah. But I'm gonna get up out of here. You guys enjoy the rest of your day, like I said. And peace.